Okay, so let me just show you a quick exposed view of what this pass looks like. Basically, the way it works is you push it in and then pull it out the back, push in the card, pull it out the back, and then you go from that out jog to a 10 chi palm, and then you can move it either to the top or the bottom of the deck, depending on where you want the pass to end up. And you can cover that by just tilting the deck and doing a little riffle. So that is basically that's how the pass is working. Let's go into some details of what that looks like. So grab a card, put it into the center, have it sticking out, and if any convincers you want to do here, that's fine. Just make sure they know it's in the center. Whatever you want there. As you push it in, start to push it in a little bit like this, as subtly as possible. Basically, your goal is to make this outside, as it comes through the card, to out jog just a little bit on this side until it hits your pinky. When it hits your pinky there, okay, after you pushed it in, you can grab the deck with your middle finger and thumb over on this side, on these corners, and this is going to allow freedom for you to move the card. And then after you've got it with your pinky, you can sort of move it out a little bit, move the card out jogged a little more, and then your thumb, in the act of squaring up the deck, can take that corner and move it all the way out as far as you want there. So as it squares up, you can see it's hard to get this in a good position with my hand since it's meant to be covered, but your thumb moves that card out as it squares it up. So then from here, you're in this position. All you need to do is just squeeze the card with your thumb against the bottom of your hand, and you're in a 10 chi palm. Okay? So push it in, little to the side, hit it with your pinky, grab the deck over here, guide it through as you square up the deck. So just practice that, try to get it as smooth as possible. I'm sure there's still room for my own improvement. Just like that, it all happens pretty fast in one motion. Now after that, you can then pretend to square up the deck from the sides a little bit like this, and as you do it, you can move the card from inside, and in that act of squaring, to the outside, and you can move it from the top or to the bottom. So let's just start with the bottom. From the bottom here, now you can just sort of take over control of the card with your fingers and guide it into place. This isn't terribly difficult. You have a lot of cover to work with here. So you can go from this position to just into place relatively easily. If you need to move to cover that up, you can give the deck a riffle. You could even give it a little dribble if you just need just a little something there or whatever. Sometimes I riffle it from the back when I'm doing it from the bottom. So something like that to help cover that. But that's not super difficult, just squaring up the pack, and then there it is. So then to move it to the top, push the card in, square it up, and then from the top, now here's the thing, people get that side to side blocks angles from them. I think we understand that intuitively. We often forget that this two of diamonds is now invisible as far as the spectator is concerned. Once you move into this upwards sort of angle, and I think that can be a really convincing tool to use, and even in coin magic and things like that too. So right here, we're pretty well covered with our hand, but if you just tilt the pack up towards your spectator just a little bit, and then go into a riffle of the front cards, this covers it very, very well. And you can see on the performance, you can do this with a face-up card, get into the position, and then just give it a little riffle, and there you go. So to get that into the spot where you want it, just have it here. Then you're going to bring it over with your thumb. You're going to kind of hit your ring finger there, and then that'll guide it into place. So just like that, and your thumb in the back can help push it along as well once you have it squared up. So here's one last look at that. Get it all in there, square it up, and then of course we're trying to avoid that little click of the card coming out. That usually doesn't happen, but if it does, it's usually too quiet to be heard. So one last little application here, and this is the hardest one, the knackiest one, but I think could be really cool if done correctly, or maybe this will just be a useful thing for you to have. Push the card in all the way, and in this position, you're just going to get a little bit of a break just with your middle finger over here underneath the top card. So just lift up a little bit on the top card and you're active squaring it up. And then as you move this card out, you can sort of start working on that break a little more, maybe with your other fingers like your ring finger. And as you move the card out there, you can now start putting it under the second card. And then you can move the card from your palm into this position where it hits our corner there. And then what's cool is you can do this pass then almost completely invisibly by putting your thumb along the edge here. Just don't poke it out and then press it with your thumb, but leave your thumb there and wait till you feel the card. And then you can actually guide the card along with your thumb, and you can cover the card going in the back with your other thumb. So it looks like this. And that was it being squared up with to get a double. So if you get under the second card, watch, this is it going invisibly. And then it's a double. So when that happens in real life, what's actually happening, you have your thumb covering here, but then you push it in with your pinky in the back until you hit your little fulcrum there with your ring finger. You feel with your thumb that card, and then your thumb is going to guide it forward, and your other thumb is going to act in the back as a cover to cover it as you square it up with your thumb. So just from this position, and that gets it squared up. So let's try an exposed view. Sorry, this is hard to show how this works. This is just a hard pass to do if you're doing it this way, but get a little break there before you've got the cards apart. Then in it goes, and then you can see it just squares it up there underneath that to get a double. So I mean, I love that one a lot. I'm really like that one. I think it's tough to do to get it to look good, but if you work at it, I mean, it's neat just how invisible that is. And then what's also nice is it gets you right into a double, which if you need that, hey, ready to go for your next phase of your ambitious card or whatever you're doing. So those are the basics of this pass. I want to know what you guys think about it, so please comment. Let me know. I'm really not confident whether it's any good or if it's practical. I just want to see what you guys are going to do with it. Because the goal is that you guys will take this and run with it and improve on it and make it way better than I did. So, but that's the basics idea. Pushing the card in and then moving it to the top. And try out that one, putting it second from the top, because I think that's really cool. But I have a couple tricks that I'm going to be teaching that are going to put this one into application. I have a knacky version of the time machine plot that you guys will get to check out soon, and some other tricks. I have a little, I'll just do a performance of Grace by Babel, where I use this pass as well instead of his. I think it does work a lot better, because another obvious application for the pass is, of course, if you just want to push a card in, and then you have a Tenkai palm, and you can stick this card wherever you want, or just make it appear there. So I'll often do this, and then just card to armpit or whatever, trying to, if I'm in that sort of routine. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys enjoy practicing and performing it. So take care.